I witnessed entitled mother getting destroyed. I saw this today and I can't stop laughing. I was traveling in my city metro, it wasn't that much crowded at the time, but all the seats were occupied. Still, you could freely stand. There was this kid sitting in the reserved seats, the ones for people with handicaps, pregnant women and old people. Definitely not for mums of 2-year-olds. He was probably 14 or 15, I don't know. He is the hero of the story here. Then at one stop, our entitled mother comes in. She has this cute little child who was trying to keep up with his mum's pace. Entitled mother instantly sees our hero sitting at the reserve seat and just stares at him. I guess this was a way to make people automatically give away their seats or something. The kid didn't move though. This probably irked entitled mother a lot, I guess, because she moved towards the kid with heavy steps. She comes near him, stops, and again does the stare. But the kid doesn't budge. Then she starts screaming. If she didn't have the whole compartment's attention earlier, she had it now. She starts berating the kid for sitting in a reserve seat and not giving it for someone who is more deserving, like a mother like herself, with a young kid. I don't know what her logic was. The seats aren't even reserved for them anyways. She just keeps shouting and screaming and tries to get others' opinion on it, and for a while people were on his side. Then, the kid, out of nowhere, rolls the right side of his jeans up and detaches the artificial leg and keeps it in front of entitled mother. The look on her face was priceless. It looked like she was mortified and embarrassed at the same time, but she just backed away silently and just got off on the next stop. I didn't even think there was a stop. Oh, that must have been so embarrassing. Entitled mother breaks into my backyard to use my swimming pool. I was hanging out in the living room, just relaxing and watching TV. From the couch I have a clear view into my backyard. That's when I noticed the retractable cover of my swimming pool begin to roll up. I was home alone and no one else there has access to my backyard. For insurance reasons, I have a lock on my back gate because of the pool. The gate always remains locked as we would be liable if anything was to happen in the yard. I rush outside and see what was going on. That's when I see the entitled mother standing next to my pool with her 4 children. They are dressed in their swimsuit and entitled mother is rolling up the cover of my pool. Excuse me, what do you think you're doing in my backyard? My kids have been well behaved today and they want to go for a swim. I saw that you have a pool, so we're going for a dip. This is not a public pool, entitled mother, and you are on my private property. I need you to get out of my backyard now. I never told you that you're allowed to come on my property without permission. Who the hell do you think you are? It is a very hot day and my kids want to go for a swim. And they will. Not on my private pool they won't. How did you even get in my yard anyway? The gate is locked. I hate you. In my old neighborhood, we did this all the time. My kids are going for a swim now and you will not even know we are here. You are just being selfish and I will not allow my babies to suffer because of your bad mood. Me, now angry. I will not ask again, entitled mother. You either get the hell off my property or I'll call the police. You are not using my pool and that is final. The entitled mother finally gets the cover off. Okay kids, jump in. Don't listen to this stupid idiot. Then the kid says, yeah, you stupid idiot. We're going for a swim now and you can't stop us. Alright, that's it. I'm calling the police. The entitled mother now sees that I am serious and tries to reason with me. You would really not allow 4 kids to go for a swim on a hot day? What kind of heartless person are you? Just let us go swimming for an hour and we will leave. Don't you want to be a good neighbor to us? No, I do not. You just broke into my backyard without permission? Please get off my property now. The entitled mother starts to mumble something to her kids, and then she grabs her 2 youngest kids and starts to walk out of my yard. I then turn around and see her 2 oldest boys still standing by the pool. I start to walk over to them to tell her to go with their mother, and that's when I see what they are doing. Her 2 oldest sons are peeing into my pool. Maybe that'll teach you to be a better neighbor, you stupid idiot. I grab the arms of the 2 oldest and push them out of the gate. Get off my property, you disgusting kids. Don't you dare lay a hand on my babies, or I will call the police on you. Who do you think they will believe? A good mummy, or a pathetic little idiot like you? You just got what you deserve. Enjoy swimming in your pee pool. Then they all walk off laughing as they went back to their house. I was in complete shock and I didn't know what to do. I now wish I called the police after this first incident, but I did sadly not, and things have since escalated with this family. Remember how I said I had a lock on the gate? I later found it broken on the ground. I have no idea what they used to smash it, but they were successful. I have since purchased a much more heavy-duty lock. Oh my gosh! That family sounds horrible! Entitled Mother wants me to give up seat on a 10-hour flight. When I refuse, she claims I stole the seat. This happened about a year ago, but I just booked tickets for another long flight and it made me think of this. I was flying from Hawaii to New York and had a layover in Chicago. The flight from Hawaii to Chicago was about 10 hours long and I had booked my flight well in advance so I could have my choice of seats. I chose the window seat on the exit row, and as I was waiting in the airport, I was excited knowing my seat was going to be perfect. We start boarding and I'm one of the first groups to board, so I make sure I have everything I need from my bag, put my headphones on, and start my Netflix binge. About 10 minutes in, the woman next to me taps me on the shoulder. "Hi, sweetie. I'm flying with my family and my granddaughter would like to be in the window seat." I should explain the layout of the plane. There's 3 seats on the left and right side and 4 seats in the middle. Entitled Grandma and her husband were sitting in the seats next to me on my side, and the rest of her family, Entitled Mother and her 3 kids, all between 2 to 8 years old, were sitting in the middle row. I'm sorry, I chose the seat because I know how long of a flight is going to be. I would offer to let her sit here during takeoff and then switch, but she looks really young and I don't think they allow children to sit in the exit row. Entitled Mother overhearing our conversation. "So you're just going to be heartless and deny my daughter her window seat?" Then the spoiled brat says, "Mom, you told me I could have it. Tell her it's mine." She starts having a temper tantrum and screaming while sitting in the aisle, holding up the entire line of people trying to get their seats. "Look what you did. You broke that little girl's heart. I hope you know there's a place in hell for people like you." The flight attendant had heard the girl's tantrum at this point and started coming over. What seems to be the issue? These people just asked me to switch. "This girl stole my daughter's seat. She shoved her away in as I was helping my daughter with her bag, and now she refuses to give us the seat." "What? I have the ticket that shows this is my seat." "She stole the ticket from my grandbaby. I saw her do it." Me extremely frustrated at this point. It has my name on it, and I have my license to prove its name. The flight attendant looks over everything. "This is her seat. Also, your daughter is way too young to be in an exit row. Please don't disturb this young lady again." The rest of the flight, I endured dirty looks from the family, and at one point, the entitled grandma tried to spill a drink on me as the flight attendant was handing it to me. Hopefully this next flight I could just sit in silence. I wish the best of luck to you because, boy, did that sound horrible. Entitled Mother is furious about Pokemon Go. So the other night I decided to go to a local lake and walk around to play some Pokemon Go. There's dozens of Pokestops around the lake and quite a few gyms too, so it's a prime location to play. Also, I'm 22 and I went with a friend who's 28. It was a quiet night, not a whole lot of people walking around, but we approach a park and a shelter area and notice there's a raid about to start. So we sit at the shelter area to play it. I'm not sure how to explain this if you're unfamiliar with the game, lol. We happened to be the only people there, and across the trail was a park with a few kids and a mum barely paying attention. We were sitting there waiting for the raid to start for about 5 minutes when this mum comes over to us. "Can I ask what you're doing here?" "We're playing Pokemon Go. Why?" "Well, it's pretty creepy you 2 adults are just sitting here near the park. You need to leave." "What? We're minding our own business. Maybe you should too." "You are making me and my children uncomfortable. I don't know what that Pokemon Go is, but it sounds like an excuse to watch my kids." "We'll only be here for like 10 more minutes, lady. We aren't watching your kids." "Ridiculous." She then storms back over to the park and sits on the phone with someone. About 3 minutes later, she grabs her kids and comes over again, yelling at us that now her kids can't enjoy the park because us creeps want to kidnap them. She also explained to her children, who both looked to be younger than 10, that they had to leave because they were going to hurt them. I was baffled and didn't even know what to say. It's a public trail, public park, public shelter, and on a lot of days there are dozens of adults playing Pokemon Go. It was so strange. I think that mum needs to learn how to calm down. Well guys, that's the end of another episode of r/Entitled Parents. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It'd be greatly appreciate if you could do so, and maybe even share this video to one of your friends or family members if you enjoyed it and you thought it was funny. But before you go, I just want to say I got a couple of links down below in the description if you would like to check them out. I've got my social media like my Twitter and my Instagram if you would like to follow me over there, keep updated on my next videos, my next uploads, or you're just interested in my daily life, all down below in the description. I've also got some merch links, so some cool designs and shirts and hoodies if you want to look good and support me while doing that as well. And lastly, I do have a Patreon, so a big thank you to all my current Patreon supporters on the screen now. If you would like to support me, you can do, as the link will be on the screen now and in the description, but you can get rewards for doing so. I don't expect you to do it, but it is greatly appreciated. With all that said, hopefully you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you on the next one.